Is there really a particular time when you should start thinking about dating or marriage? Is there a right time for you to start that process?
Well, it's very important to know that marriage is for mature people.
Hi loves, welcome to today's video. In case you're new here, I'm your host Rozitta, and this is the place where we embody truth. I want to really appreciate everyone who has subscribed to this channel. Thank you so much, those who like, those who comment, those who share. You are such a gift to my channel, and I really do appreciate you all. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about questions that so many singles have related to age and relationship. We are going to tackle questions like, when is the right time to start dating? And I'm going to have a guest. As usual, my dad, Apostle Paul, is going to help me answer these questions so that you can get enlightened and you can get the help that you require. So make sure you watch this video till the end. If you haven't subscribed, please make sure you subscribe and stay tuned. Thank you for joining me, Dad.
Thank you.
So I'd like to begin by asking you the question, is there really a particular time when you should start thinking about dating or marriage? Is there a right time for you to start that process?
Well, it's very important to know that marriage is for mature people. That is why you cannot marry a child. The Bible does not give a particular age or timeline. It just says that marriage is for somebody who is a woman, somebody who is a wife, and not for boys but for men. So it doesn't say at 25 or at 30 or at 40. It just says you've got to be mature.
Okay. And maturity is not equal to age.
Definitely, you can be 40 years and you're still a boy.
So when you say mature, maybe there's someone wondering, am I mature enough? How can you answer that question? How do you know you're mature?
Actually, the best proof of maturity is responsibility and ability to tolerate each other. Maturity also comes in with ability to juxtapose issues and come up with the right answers. It's a life where you are able to know good from bad. That is what maturity is all about.
All right. And now that that question has been answered, that it's all about maturity and not age, there is a certain stereotype in society that when women get to the age of 27 and above, that they should be out of the market, they're not going to be desirable to men. How can you address that issue? Because so many ladies out there are at that age bracket and they're feeling like they're never going to find Mr. Right. They're never going to love and be loved and all that. How can you address that issue?
I think I would say that is a very narrow-minded way of looking at marriage. And that would be probably left to just some personal view of just a particular person, but not for everybody. Because the desires of people, they differ from one person to another. So somebody may have that opinion that you don't have to marry if somebody is beyond 27. But that's it. It's just an opinion of someone. But if you're looking at marriage holistically, you will not even put an age bracket anywhere. You'll just go for maturity. The Bible actually gives us some very simple way of knowing who is the best candidate for marriage. And the very first one, the Bible shows about responsibility. Genesis chapter 2 verse 18 says, when God was speaking to Adam, he said that it's not good for man to be alone. And then he goes on to say he needs a helpmate. Now that is somebody who is responsible. He addresses responsibility first. That is the very first thing. After that, he takes a rib, then he forms a woman, and the next thing we hear Adam speaking and say, this is bone of my bone. This is that addresses the issue of compatibility. So before age, God is dealing with other things, because life has already proven that age is actually just but a number, because you may marry right, you can marry at 25 and you just live a life of regret. Because if you marry at the right age and that person is not mature, that person is not compatible with you, believe you me, you're going to have hell in your marriage. So age should not hold a lot of water in determining the choice, because from the Bible, you'll be surprised to know that there are so many people in the Bible who married people who are way older than them or way younger than them, and the age difference beats psychology, because psychology, puts the age difference to probably between 5 to 7 thereabout. But in the Bible, you see like Abraham and Sarah, for example, you see their age difference was way above 10. You look at the age of these the Shunammite woman who gave Elisha food, and we are told that she married a husband that was way older. We're not told the age, but from reading the Bible, you can tell the wife was way younger. So age should not make anybody out there to feel outdated or even to feel very fertile. You should focus on being mature, being compatible with the person that you are interested in before you think about age.
Maybe you may be right that age is all about, it's just but a number. But there are women out there who really feel that they're running out of time. What can you share with that woman who is at 29 and feeling I'm running out of time, the biological clock is ticking? What can you say to that woman?
Well, one of the most dangerous thing you can carry with you when you are dealing with the issue of marriage is desperation. Because desperation will always make you to sell yourself cheap. Whenever you create desperation, you lower your standards. And the society has been very harsh on people who have probably taken longer in school, or they went through so many issues that they had no time to think about marriage, and by the time they want to think about marriage, they are way past 30 years and so forth. And society has not been very kind with such people. But at the same time, right now, men are now looking for those women. They are called those ladies who are way 30 and above, who are mature, who are responsible, who are ready to settle. Because mature men have discovered that the younger girls between 20 and 30, they think they have a lot of time. So it's like they want to adventure, they want to do a lot of rehearsals. But above 30, they have no time for rehearsals. So it would be very wrong for somebody to create desperation because you are 35, you are 33, or even 29. 29, 27, those are very, that is a very good age for any responsible man. But for the younger men who are also into the adventure, they would want those young 24, 23 because they are still in the adventure. Psychology has proven that the brain of men is 2 years younger than the women. So if a man is 25 years, it's like that man is 22, 23. So if a 25 man gets a 25-year-old lady, the lady's thinking is way above the frequency of the So at the end of the day, I think men should be the ones who should be concerned about their age than the ladies.
And about ladies who feel like I'm growing old, I'm not seeing anyone, I am approaching menopause. How can you talk to that person?
Well, definitely, when one of the most important things when you have a vision and you want to get married, is always good to prepare to get married, because you cannot get married by accident. marriage is intentional.
Yes.
There is how you stay, there is how you relate for people to want to stay with you. Some people are too spiky, for lack of a better words. Nobody would want to stay close to you because you are not friendly, you are so irritable, you are rude, you are arrogant. So whenever you see your time is running out, probably you should begin editing out how you relate with other people, and especially of the opposite sex. Are you rude? Are you arrogant? Because if people are not aggravating to you, the word of God says that he who wants friends must himself be friendly. It is one of the principles that you must be very that must be very established within you when you want to get married. You cannot get married by accident. It's intentional. So you begin to relate with people, begin to talk to men, talk to them. Don't be afraid, don't be shy, don't be too revealing that I want to get married, because men also run away from people who are desperate. You got to still be stable enough. I think that is the best way to handle that.
Okay. I don't know if you have any other questions that are related to it. Just make sure you comment in the comment section. And as we conclude, I'd like to ask you just one more question. There are men who are young who prefer older women. Is there an issue with that?
Okay, from the Bible's perspective, we don't have a story where a young person marries an older woman, but we have older men marrying younger. But for me, I would want to know how the age difference, because now psychologically now and biologically there are some things that will bring a lot of imbalances, and that is why that age difference should not be very much. From where I stand, I wouldn't encourage like somebody is 25 and is going to marry a 50-year-old. I think for the interest of marriage and the dynamics of marriage, it would be very good to not really go for somebody that is too, the gap, the age gap is too wide. I think it won't be very interesting. You might get bored very soon, or the other person may be thinking you are a kid, and when you are, especially for a man, our ego requires that we be treated as kings, and then the word of God says we're supposed to be the head. If you are younger and this lady is older than you, he'll be treating you like a son in the house, and you'll be having a great problem when you want to say, I'm the head of this house. So I wouldn't encourage. It would be very tough for the younger man.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, in conclusion, age is just a number. When it comes to women feeling like we are running out of time and no one is going to get interested in us at this particular age, and when it comes to the issue of marriage, the main fact that has addressed is maturity. So those of you who asked me questions like
incompatibility.
Incompatibility, maturity and compatibility. Yeah, so those of you who asked me when is the right time to start dating, just measure your maturity. And I think we can break down maturity into spiritual maturity, emotional maturity, financial maturity, and
relational, social
maturity.
Yes.
All that. Just measure your level of maturity to know if you're ready. And if you're not ready and you're like 26 or 29 or 30, you just work on developing yourself, and at the right time, in the right season, God is going to bring whoever you're supposed to get married to.
And maybe just add one more thing.
Yeah.
Nobody is without a mate. You might not have met the person, but that person is there. So instead of focusing on being desperate, I would encourage you focus on your vision, because in the process of being in the center of your vision, that is where your vision may be the one that will attract the person that you're interested in. So don't create desperation. There is somebody for you.
Yeah, it's in the Bible in Isaiah 30 something. It says that none shall lack her male. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you have more questions, please comment down below. If there's anything you'd like to add, just write in the comments, and we are going to read that, and others are going to read and benefit from it. So make sure you like this video and share it with your friends, as many as possible. And if you haven't subscribed, please do make sure you subscribe. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on another video.